Hello, my name's Toby. I'm here with...
Oscar Montez.
Where were you born, Oscar?
I was born in Las Vegas, Nevada.
What brought you here?
Family. They moved here and I was too young to decide.
You miss it?
No. I was too young to distinguish what a park is anywhere else. I moved here fairly young.
Fairly young. And looking back, and what you're doing now, are you glad you moved?
Yeah. With my research, I have learned that I can't do my job in Nevada as well as I could here in Albuquerque.
And what job is that?
I'm a filmmaker.
Okay. What kind of format do you like to work in?
I'm more of a digital cinematographer.
Okay. What's your dream to work in?
I want to make short films on film.
Okay. Any specific?
Probably like cosmic horrors.
What kind of educational background do you have in cinematography?
I went to film school for a little bit, and I got my certificate in it, and not much else.
And
I'm more self-taught and getting jobs and learning on sets from the actual professionals.
what are some of the projects you've been on?
I've worked on plenty of short films here in town that are coming out and have already came out, and I've worked on some that are making some pretty big buzz. I work on local television, and I work on a lot of music videos for some large artists.
Where do you get your inspiration from?
From the classic films that I enjoy.
And which ones are those?
The two I pull most of my inspiration from is Jurassic Park and Terminator. Those are my favorite films of all time.
So what obstacles have you found along the way?
Just gathering work. I feel that's the biggest one, is keeping my money coming in monthly.
What tools do you use to promote?
I mainly use Facebook, kind of. I feel that's my lowest medium, but I let word of mouth travel. I let friends talk about me and friends spread who I am to their friends, and pretty much word of mouth is how I get around and how people meet me and how I get to know people.
So art in school, how important is it, do you think, for future artists to be able to have that asset?
I feel art in school is incredibly important for students to come up and being experienced and open to free resources so they can try new arts and learn what arts are available to them and learn that they have these skills inside of their mindset. I feel I probably wouldn't have looked into painting or playing music or anything like that later down my life because I wouldn't have known about it unless schools had those resources to tell me this is something you can do.
So have you found that you needed to diversify your income to be able to support you as a cinematographer?
I feel there is a need for me to find income other places, but I purposely choose not to force myself to grab more work in the field that I want to be in. So I do feel months get slow for me, and I feel maybe I should pick up a minimum wage job to keep my internet or my phone bill, and I kind of just say no, and rather than looking for the minimum wage job, I look for a film job and find another job that will bring me a source of income.
So you survive month to month off of what you love to do.
Yeah, for the past 2 years I've been doing that. I had one minimum wage job my entire life. I was working at a car wash, and ever since the 6 months I was there, I was miserable and quit immediately. And from that point on, I forced myself to only grab creative and artistic work, and that's how I choose to sustain myself and gather my monthly income.
And what does that do for your well-being? Are you happier now?
Yeah, I'm extremely happier, and I feel better knowing that I'm doing something I love day to day rather than doing the same robotic motion for 8 hours.
So would you feel that you would be selling out if you took a part-time job that was outside the artistic field?
I wouldn't say selling out, but I would be unhappy, definitely. And I'd probably stop showing up 3 days in.
Okay, so
I would get enough to get a name tag and then leave. I'd be tired of it.
So you are on the path where you want to be.
Yeah, definitely. Making films or taking still photos or playing music is stuff that will bring me money, and the only stuff I want bringing me money. I don't really want to go work in retail anymore or work anywhere else. I just don't want to.
So let's go back to when you were younger. Have you always had a drive for art?
Yeah, I have. Ever since I was younger, I was always trying to find ways to create different things. I filled my parents' rooms with drawings and paintings, and it wasn't like something that I was able to keep nice just in one corner. It was just I would flood the whole wall with different pieces of art I would make.
How would you give back to the community with your art?
I would give back by being a part of the community and collaborating with the local artists who are in town and showcasing their art with my art and bringing in the community who is outside the local art scene and bringing them into it with me as the middleman. So if like I find some cool music or a cool venue that plays only local music, I'll find my friends who are completely not in this scene and come show them this new world and bring them to be a part of it. And that would just bring more support into the community as a whole. Because some of my outside friends will see me buying the local CDs in town, and I'll tell them about this artist. And not only are they a local artist producing music, they're more than likely my friend. And then I introduce them to them and making new friends and making new connections and showing people that there's this underground art scene that's here.
How big is the underground art scene in Albuquerque?
I would say it's enormous. It's huge here. There's stuff always happening every single day. There are events taking place all over. There are artists who are showing galleries or concerts in their own homes. And knowing the right people, you can find all this stuff.
So it's pretty underground.
I would say it's not making commercial success, but it's open to everybody and it's advertised. People just aren't really looking.
Okay.
It's not nothing that's hard to find or nothing that you need to be a part of to know. You just kind of have to look in the right direction, and there's always people who are looking to show off their art.
And where would somebody go to look for some of these?
I would say the UNM area. There's all kinds of crazy stuff down there. And that's where I hang out a lot.
An upcoming art student who wants to get into film comes up to you and asks you, "Can you give me advice?" What would you give them?
I would tell them no, and to give me their phone number, and I'll just show them how to work. And I would give them their advice through experience and give them their advice through connections and through hands-on working in the field. Because I always feel the hardest part of the film industry is breaking into it. Finding that person who will give you a chance and say, like, you're good enough, like, I'll bring you onto a set. When a lot of people who are outside looking in, they don't have the terminology or the experience, or they're babies, they don't know anything about the film industry, and they need that person to say, I'll let you in. And I would be that person, and I have a couple friends who are brand new that I've met at parties or somewhere, and they think what I do is interesting, and they'd like to try it, but they don't know where to start. So I tell them, give me your cell phone number. Next set I'm on, you're on it too, and let's go work.
That's awesome that you're able to do that. That's another way to get back to the community.
Yeah.
It's another way to get back to the community. The film industry is very elusive to a lot of people. Because people don't know what really goes on when you hear quiet on set.
Yeah.
So I appreciate everything you're doing and giving back to the community. Where can people go to see some of these projects you've worked on?
I usually post links to my Facebook page.
And what is that?
Oscar Montez Cinematography and Photography.